Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.
Does she make any sense to you?
No, it's all Greek to me.
She's speaking French, not Greek.
I know that. I mean, I couldn't understand her at all.
Me neither. All I have to do is study French hard.
I wish you the best of luck.
What's this then?
It's my geography, sir. The map of Africa you sent us.
But this should have been handed in last Thursday.
Yes, I know, sir. I'm sorry.
Well, what's your excuse then?
My mother's been ill and I had to stay at home.
Oh, yes?
It's true, sir.
You're ready, right?
Ready for what?
Are you ready to transfer tomorrow?
Yes, I am ready.
You're not nervous?
Of course I'm nervous.
What are you most nervous about?
I won't know anybody at that school.
You shouldn't be nervous about that.
Why not?
Meeting new people is a good thing.
That's a good way to think about it.
How are your Chinese lessons going?
Oh, I'm learning very slowly. I think Chinese is more difficult than English.
Well, I guess you have fewer characters, but I think Chinese grammar is easier.
Maybe, but I think people usually learn English more quickly than Chinese.
Yes, I guess basic speaking in the English is easier.
Maybe that's why your English is much better than my Chinese.
Pardon me, could you please pass me the tissue?
Sure, here you are.
Thanks, I didn't expect the dish to be so spicy. Are you okay?
Yeah, I think the food is all right. It's not too spicy, though it's a little salty for me. But you are Chinese, you should have known better.
Well, not every Chinese can handle spicy food in the way people from Sichuan and Guizhou provinces can. Back where I come from, people don't eat a lot of peppers and chilies.
Oh, I see how this food can be really hard for you. I can sympathize with that. I stayed in Sichuan for a year. The food was difficult at the beginning. Every dish was so spicy. After a while though, I got used to the taste, and now I won't consider anything a real dish if it isn't spicy.
Yeah, you can increase your tolerance for spicy food, but so far, I haven't had the need or the opportunity. Every time I try spicy food, it is a total disaster for my nose and eyes.
I completely understand. I didn't intend on liking spicy food at first either. But when you have no other choices, you've got to adapt.
Yeah, I guess that's a typical example of, when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Exactly.
How long have you been in America?
For more than 5 years.
Do you think it's easy for a Chinese to get accustomed to the Western culture?
It's no picnic.
There's a letter here for you.
Let me see it.
What's the letter about?
It's a letter from NYU.
Tell me what it says.
I didn't get in.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
Are you upset?
I had high hopes for NYU.
I'm sorry you didn't get accepted.
Hopefully, I'll get accepted to UCLA.
Here's a letter for you.
Let me see it.
Who's the letter from?
It's a letter from UCLA about my acceptance.
Read it.
UCLA accepted me.
Really?
I'm not joking. I got accepted.
I'm so happy for you.
UCLA was my second choice, but I'm happy knowing I've been accepted.
I am really proud of you.
You have no idea how proud I am of myself.
What do you like to do with your free time?
Study English.
You mean you like to study English? Why?
It gives me great satisfaction.
Studying English wouldn't give me any satisfaction. It's hard work.
I don't mind the work. I think it's worthwhile.
You got a letter in the mail.
Give it to me.
What is it?
It's my acceptance letter from UCLA.
What does it say?
I've been accepted.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Good for you.
NYU was my first choice, but UCLA is just fine.
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks. I'm proud of myself, too.
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
No, not at all. Go ahead.
What do you do in order to improve your English?
I go to movies. I go to lectures. I listen to the radio. I do lots of things. Most importantly, I practice every chance I get.
It's a good idea to have a radio, isn't it?
Sure, it's like understanding on the telephone. You can't see the speaker. It's great for improving listening comprehension.
It takes a long time to learn a language, doesn't it?
It certainly does. But if you practice speaking every spare minute and learn useful sentences every day, you can make big progress.
You're new here, right?
Yes, I am new.
Is this your first semester?
I just transferred from another school.
What school did you transfer from?
I came here from PCC.
Do you like it here so far?
I am really enjoying it here so far.
Which is better, here or PCC?
I think PCC is a lot better than here.
Why didn't you just stay at PCC?
I graduated and now want to get a BA.
You received a letter in the mail.
Give it here.
Who's the letter from?
I think it's my acceptance letter from NYU.
I want to know what it says.
They didn't accept me.
Are you serious?
It's the truth.
Are you okay?
I really wanted to get into NYU.
I am really sorry to hear that.
It's okay. I'm still waiting to hear from UCLA anyway.
You got a letter in the mail.
Give it to me.
What is it?
It's from NYU.
What does it say?
I didn't get accepted.
You can't be serious.
I'm serious.
Are you all right?
NYU was my first choice.
I'm sorry that you didn't get in.
I'll just have to wait for UCLA.
I have a real problem when I meet people.
What is it? Maybe I can help.
I never know when to shake hands and when not to. Can you tell me something about it?
Do you come from a country where they shake hands?
Oh yes. Men, women, and children shake hands all the time.
It's very simple. Men shake hands, women and children don't.
But some women do shake hands. And now a lot of children have such good manners, they shake hands too.
Well, a good rule to follow is, for men you hold out your hand, for women and children, you wait and see what they do.
That sounds easy enough.
Sure, once you get the hang of it, it's a piece of cake. It's nothing to worry about.
Guess what came in the mail today?
What?
My acceptance letter to Yale.
Wow. Congratulations. When do classes start?
Freshman orientation is the last week of August, but I want to go 2 weeks before that to get settled in.
You're so lucky. Do you have to do many things before you leave?
Yes. I'll be very busy. I have to get a visa, buy a plane ticket, and pack my things. But first, I want to register for classes.
When can you do that?
Well, they sent me their prospectus, so I can start looking now. Do you want to help me decide which class to take?
Sure. What can you choose from?
Well, I have to take all the fundamental course, plus a few from my major.
What is your major?
I hope to major in English literature, but the admissions counselor told me that many people change their major many times in their first year, so we'll see.
What are the fundamental course?
In order to graduate, every student must take a certain amount of classes in history, math, English, philosophy, science and art.
Interesting. That's very different from the Chinese education system.
Yes, it is. It's also very different from the British education system.
Really?
Oh, sure. In British, students don't have to take the foundation course.
Why not?
Maybe because they think they know everything already. Ha ha. Are you studying any languages here?
Yes, I'm studying in the Foreign Languages department.
What are you majoring in?
I'm majoring in English.
Is it difficult to learn?
Yes, the language is hard to learn, but it's interesting.
Do you know anything about Britain and America?
I'm reading a lot of books about the two countries. I like the culture.
Right. It's important to learn the culture of a nation if you want to learn the language well.
You're right.
How are you doing with your English language studies?
I think I'm making good progress.
Is it harder than you thought?
At first it was, but now I've got the basics. It's fun.
Is learning the English language your toughest challenge yet? Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.